Luigi Mangione has been charged with murder in New York in the death of UnitedHealthCare CEO Brian Thompson, who was shot and killed last Wednesday.
Yep.
First of all, before we even get any further in this story, I just want to shout out all of our Italian listeners, members of the family. Nothing worse than when there's that big criminal done and they have the most stereotypical name from your ethnic group. Trust me, I've been there. I know what it's like. Epstein, Weinstein. I know. I was with my producer on the K show yesterday, who's Italian. When he saw Luigi Mangione, he put his head in his hands, like, "Come on, fam." No, what are you doing? Oh, because his name's Luigi. I get it, Mario and Luigi. Yeah,
oh
sure.
God, what did you think it was?
But guess what? He wasn't laying pipe. All right, he was laying bullets out here to CEOs. It's not a game. So, anyways. Yeah. I understand, Italian brothers and sisters. I've been there. This guy has nothing to do with you, all right? Anyways, Mangione's 26 years old. He was arrested in Altoona, Pennsylvania, and had a gun similar to the one used, the silencer, the fake ID, all of that. Police are saying that a McDonald's employee recognized him. Hit the button, please.
Yeah.
Do you guys have the button hidden in another place that it can't ever be found, Laura? You know what I'm saying? Feels like whenever we ask, Shawnee has to go like digging around, and Juanito the same thing. When he was questioned by police and asked whether he'd recently been to New York, he became quiet and started to shake. Hit the button again.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
By the way, everyone was talking. Remember early on, everyone was like, "Man, he looks like such a cold-blooded assassin." And then yet one person comes up and is like, "Hey, have you been to New York recently?" And he just completely, that was it? That was the full questioning that made this guy melt? Officers recovered a handwritten document that speaks to both his motivation and mindset, two senior law enforcement officials told NBC News. Of course, we know that ever since the Thompson murder, the conversation has been rampant about what happened, also about the care industry. I got to tell you, Laura, call me crazy. Everybody who's walking around thinking that this assassination was definitely done because the people are fed up with the healthcare industry. We might all disagree. I'm hitting you with this button.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I think, guys, that this has something to do, is much more likely to do with big business and someone being hired than someone being like, "I've had enough of the American people being ripped off. I'm getting an assassin." I don't see it. I'm sorry. I just don't see that happening. And furthermore, I really do think that people who think that's a good thing and they're like, "See, healthcare industry better start being nicer to people or you never know." I'm hitting you with the button too. I'm sorry.
Congratulations.
I don't think this is going to change anything. The only thing that's happening is that all these like high-ranking CEOs are removing themselves from the internet.
That's it.
It's all they're doing.
All that, and they're going to get high-level security.
Yeah.
To follow them around constantly. This isn't how things change in a sovereign nation. No, we don't. There's nothing's going to change from this, except we look like a joke of a society. That happens now. But I don't know, Cass. You think I'm crazy? I feel like this is more related to some other form of big business than it's related to the American people being ripped off by the healthcare industry.
I don't know yet. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see because it seems. I mean, well, you think big business hired him to take this guy out?
It could be another business.
I mean,
it could be someone within the same business.
I think they would have hired.
I don't know.
I think if they wouldn't have hired somebody, they would have hired somebody better.
Yeah, maybe if it was like, it would have been more of a professional situation. Maybe
he seemed like he knew his woman. He didn't seem like a professional, You
mean the fact that he jumped on the city bike and got caught at a McDonald's in Altoona?
The fact that he was wearing I mean, listen, he gets the button for wearing a mask in rural Pennsylvania. Of course, they're gonna be like, "Hey, who's this guy with the mask on? We don't wear masks out here."
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, this guy, I got to tell you, man, it seems like at every step he was flirting with a woman, took his mask off, showed his face.
Oh, that part is another button, bro. Like, how are you? It took someone flirting with you for you to lower your mask and smile and get a clear photo.
And by the way, my man, you had to. Once people knew who you were and had any look at you after the face was revealed because he was flirting with that woman at the hostel, from that point on, you couldn't be seen in any way for a long time. I guess you're right, Cass. This is not a top-level assassin.
No. No. But I don't know. You know, I'm curious because it could be so many things. So I know we're going to find out this week. You know what I mean? Let's see what was in his manifesto. And you know what I mean? Everyone says there's all these like rumors online, but I'm waiting to see what exactly, what are some of the details that come out.
Either way, though, the getting picked up at the Altoona McDonald's, just hit that button one more time. I mean, that's just not.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
That's just not what you want. Laura, what do you got?
So I'm reading the story. I don't know if you've seen it, but Chris Rock was trending because he allegedly stormed out of a comedy set at a billionaire's party, Anthony Pratt's Christmas party, after making a joke. So he said, quote, our new push will be outer space. We'll put all the Mexicans on rockets. And it says the situation escalated when Chris Rock noticed someone recording him, and he shouted that he wasn't supposed to be taped before pushing through the crowd and running out to the exit. Guys, unless they're physically removing your phones and putting them into those, like those little like pockets that they do at special concerts. Like, you thought nobody was going to whip out a phone? You're Chris Rock. You're at a party. You're hired entertainment. Like, I don't know why he thought that this wasn't going to happen.
Listen, I got to know more. I don't know exactly.
I'm curious to know more too. But
we don't know we don't know exactly what happened here. But I do have to tell you, man, we are living in such a bizarrely soft era for most comedians. Like, it just feels like if someone has a phone out, people are just... Now, listen, I get it. The phone existing is really annoying for comics. They get their jokes ruined, and these guys are always trying to work out routines, and a major part of them trying to operate is being able to test out material without having it go on the internet. But, Laura, I have to imagine he was getting a good bag for appearing at a billionaire's party.
I'm sure he was. I am sure. That
maybe it was something, but maybe it was something else because there was some snitch who reported this whole thing. They may not have known exactly what was happening.
So let's see. But right now, this is just like all the reports that I'm seeing. But I'm just like, come on, fam. Like, you were surprised that somebody whipped out a phone at a party while you're Chris Rock. Give him the button.